average somewhere over on the side to the right of your data. It doesn't matter what cell you're in. It really doesn't matter what cell you're in. So I'm just going to type the word mode, median, average. Maybe still average.
Yes.
Did you get in, Katie?
Yes.
Yay!
Just a little behind the times.
That's all right, girl. Hopefully we're not going super fast. Uh-oh. Gravity. Gravity always wins. Do not let me walk out of this room without returning your damn papers today. I'm walking around with 16 pounds of assignments that I graded. I forgot to give them back to you on Monday because I got wrapped up in your warm-up, and I did it again today. Shit. Okay. Let's find the mode! Let's find the mode. Here we go. So just click into the cell to the right of that word mode. When I make spreadsheets, I like labeling the numbers that are in them, so I know when I go back and look at it later, I'm like, oh, that was my mode. And it's not just some floating number there that I have to then go look at the command that I used. Something I've learned over the years. So the command for mode is very tricky. Actually, remember this though. Anytime you use a command in Sheets, what do you have to type first?
Equals.
Got to type equal sign first. Yeah, remember that. We haven't talked about that yet in here, I don't think. We talk about it all the time in 98. Equals first. Now it's very, very tricky to use the mode command in Sheets. You type the word mode. Very, very tricky. And then you hit a left parentheses. And then you select the data you want Sheets to find the mode for. And remind me if we learned this little move in 98 or not. There's two ways you can do that. You can select the entirety of the 10, or you can just click on column A. It'll highlight everything in column A, which is legit, and it'll ignore everything that's not a number. So that's quicker for most students, especially if you have a large data set that scrolls down forever. You just click on the column. Make sure there's nothing else in the column you don't. I mean, there might be stuff down here. Make sure that stuff down there is gone. Make sure only your data is there. Is that cool? Okay, close off the parentheses. Press enter and get happy because it just found your mode for you.
Love
Talk to me, Chanel.
that. So I love that.
Oh, you love that? Oh, good. I didn't hear what you said. I love that. I love that too. Now, this will not help you. Although I did notice there's another command in there. I don't want to get into this too much. There's another command that will find multiple modes if there are multiple modes. Did anybody see, I don't know if you noticed it when you were typing, Google Sheets always tries to be helpful. It's always throwing auto suggestions out while you're typing. And so, as I was typing, equals mode, did you notice down here the other choices?
Oh.
So mode mult will find if it has more than one. Let's see how it works. I've never actually used it in Sheets before. Now, it doesn't have more than one. It only has one. Let's see what happens if we... Remember when we were goofing around with it? I gave somebody an extra lollipop, Chanel?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Turn your number lock on. Let's see what happens. I've never used this command before, so I'm not sure. Son of a bitch, look at that. It found them both. That's cool. But this one... I don't know why it decided to pick 3 this time. See, this one, when you use the normal mode command, it only found the 3, but not the 1. But the multi one found the 3. That's kind of cool. Huh. I wonder how the mode decides which one to use. What if we had 3 different modes? I'm going to change Josiah to a 5 real quick and see what this... Hopefully it goes 1, 3, 5. Let's see what happens. Please don't get nervous about this if you're freaking out a little bit by all this coding talk. This is just Sean kind of dorking out. Yep, it found it. And then the other mode switched to 5. I don't know. Maybe it always picks the biggest number? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I didn't come here to tell you that today. Mode. Most frequently occurring data point. Usually it's 1. Sometimes there's more than 1. All right, let's do the median. We know it's 2.5, right? It's a very tricky command.
Equals.
Equals.
Median.
Equals median. Very, very tricky command. Equals median. Select. Look, it's already telling you what it equals before I even press enter.
Yeah.
It's telling you it's 2.5. And there it is. No, I will not autofill, you bastard. Google is the king of offering useless suggestions in Sheets. I think Google is a great search engine, but it is terrible when it tries to read your mind in Sheets. I don't know why would you? Anyway, this is why I'm not worried about AI taking over the world. Gesundheit, Nate.
Thank you.
See if you can figure out average. It's a tricky one.
Equals.
Nicole, now you're just showing off. Equals.
Average.
Look at all the different averages. Whoa. Whoa. We might learn that one later. I just discovered that one last. Term. Excel doesn't have this command, but Sheets does. It's so cool. We'll see how things proceed moving forward. And we know the answer to this is going to be 3. Look at that. I know, baby. Now here's a question I have for y'all. By my definition of measures of center, they're supposed to create a value that stands for the entire data set. Summarize that data set with one number. Which one would you use in this case? This is a bit of a loaded question, and there's no correct answer. There's no correct answer. So which one what does your gut say we should use this one for this data set? No wrong answers here. Just testing the water, seeing what you're all thinking. Chelsea, what are you thinking? Oh, Chelsea is shaking her head. Don't call on me, Sean. But you made the mistake of looking directly at me.
I think it depends on what the data is and what it means, and so I think all of these could technically be an accurate thing to use depending on what you were looking for and the data that you
When did your badassery begin? Was it from a very young age, or did it come out later? Because that is like,
I think it was later.
that is the most incredibly, all-encompassing answer. It depends on many, many things. Some of which we haven't even talked, we're going to talk about today, trust me, we'll talk about them today. But yes, you can't just say, use the mode because it's 1, without explaining why you use the mode because it's 1. Maybe the average does make sense in this case, maybe it doesn't. Some of the stuff we're going to spend the next hour learning about is when to use or maybe not to use certain measures, depending on certain facets of the data set. You nailed it with that too. Very nice, very nice. Anybody else?
I would say in this case the median might.
The median might be good. Tell me why, Elena.
Because the 9 is a little bit of an outlier, I think, and that changes the average.
So now you're getting into the reads with what Chelsea was bringing up. When you start looking at data sets, you also have to look at where all the data points are with respect to each other. I'm going to make you make a histogram after break, after I collect the next data set. Yeah, okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what was that word you used, Elena? Oh, you used the word outlier. Can you tell me why you flagged 9 as an outlier?
It's like the biggest jump from one thing to another.
Uh-huh. If you look at the data going from smallest to largest, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. They're going up by 1 when they go up, if at all.
Jump to 5, but there's 2 5s.
Then it jumped to 5, there's 2 5s, so that's pretty typical. And then it jumped to 9. So 9 is really far up there away. That's a great definition of outlier. Another definition of outlier, 9 is 6 away from 3. 0 is only 3 away from 3. That's hinting at where we're headed on Monday. But yes, I love this. I love this idea. I love this idea. And it gets worse. Just FYI, Elena, what you just said, it gets worse. Suppose, Josiah, I had given you 49 lollipops instead of 9. Look what happens to the average. It pops up to 7. But the mode and the median didn't change at all. Why is that? If I had given Josiah 49 lollipops instead of 9, why didn't the mode and the median change?
One's still the most occurring.
Because 1's still the most frequently occurring data point, so that's not going to move. And why didn't the median change?
0.5 is still in the middle.
Because it does not matter what that top number becomes, no matter how outlierish it becomes. It's just the biggest number. Shit, it could be 6, and the median would still be 2.5. Does that kind of make sense? Yeah, it could be 5, actually, for that matter. I think for this, it could even be 4 in this case. Yeah, so the average is very, very, very susceptible to what Elena just called extreme values. I love that word that you used, outliers. Great book if you're interested in kind of mathy, sciencey writing that's written very, very conversationally. Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called Outliers. And it's about exactly what Elena's talking about, but it's got some math in it, but not to the level that we're going to be analyzing math today. Okay. Anybody else want to pick a data point? We'll put that back to 9, Josiah. Although, you know what? No, not, because we're going to be dealing with a different data set here in a second. Anybody else want to pick one? And tell me why? Or I like the idea of it depends. Because it really does depend. Okay, we need a new data set. Here's what I want you to do. And we're going to take a break here too. New data set. Here's what we're going to do. Turn the lights back on. To the nearest inch. Sorry about this, by the way. I didn't wash it since Saturday. Is it sticking out to the side? Is it okay? That's back. It didn't come out. That's lovely. Oh, God. Sorry, you're close to this, Cynthia. You have such lovely hair, too. To the nearest inch.
Why did you do your bun now?
Because I want you to guess how tall I am to the nearest inch. And I didn't want you to, my bun to inflate it by like 5 inches. So my shoes are off. You can't use a rule. We're going to measure it. We're going to see how good you approximated me at the end here. But I know, thrilling.
I'm not good.
Yeah.
So, you don't have to, I'm going to walk over here. Yeah, you want to come stand next to me? Do a little comparison?
Wait, tell me how to.
But no, I don't want her influencing your data. She can influence her own data, but not yours, Chanel.
I'm gonna say you're close to like.
Yeah! Shh. I don't want to hear it out loud. Write it down. Oh. Okay, you got it. You got me, Mark? Okay, you got it? Okay. If anyone else wants to do that, it's fine, but I don't want Chelsea sharing her data with y'all. I want y'all to guess what my height is to the nearest inch.
Chelsea,
Nearest. No! Do not tell Hope. Do not tell Hope that. Hope, if you want it back to back, that's fine. No influence of data. I will be a data Nazi today.
but what if I already know something? What if you ask my brother to stand next to you? Because I do know approximately how tall.
Yeah, sibling thing's hard to control for.
So you can't do that.
It's still your data, girl.
That's true.
It's still
It's
for
hard to
data.
control for a sibling knowledge, though, right?
Yeah.
It's totally fine if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you have a number, let's take 5. Katie's like trying to figure this out. She's like, I'm gonna figure you
So
out.
we're doing inches.
Yeah, go to inch, nearest inch. Round off to the nearest inch. If you want to go feet, inches, I can convert that when I put the data into the spreadsheet when you come back from break. But
So if I just write this down, how will that be okay?
as long as it's a number. Yes. As long as it's not. How the hell should I know, Katie? And wash your hair more than once a week.
No, I just never see your hair down. So I'm like,
And now you know why. And now you know why.
you should, on the last day, you should like straighten it, like make it all down with your hat.
Not even oh shit, dude. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna mark you, okay? Guilty deals. Okay, you got it. Okay, I got you marked. There's where I come to, right there. So just to give you an idea, that's. You can't use that. Do not tell them how tall you are, Josiah. Very good. Once you got a number, take a break. Come back at 5. We'll see how you did. And we're gonna have you measure me. Go, here we go, Katie. Get your ass over here, Sean. Here we go. Okay. Got it? Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
You got it? Okay. All right, shoes back on. Shoes on too, I guess. Oh, no, because I want y'all to measure me. I don't even know how tall I am anymore. I'm shrinking the older I get.
You said you were 6 feet.
I always round off, though, because I've never actually been 6 feet tall. Shit, don't change your answer based on that shit, Hope. Why did you say that? Cynthia, care. I'm gonna check some papers now. Okay. Gee!
But I think.
Why did I think that was stupid? Actually, it's funny. My nephew just texted me a picture of my hair down this past summer when we hung out together, and he's like, "Uncle Sean, it's crazy hair day at school, and I'm trying to make mine look like yours." I'm like, "You're so cute. Your hair's an inch long." He's like, "I know. It's really hard." I'm like, "Yeah." It's right. Yes, indeed it is. That's right, babies. Take 5 when you need it. Shits. You go, Hope.
Oh, thank you.
You got it, my friend.
Thanks.
Key. Fabulous. Well, let's see Mariah. I do see Nate. Well, took the break. Right, it's a break for Sean. And how y'all do it at 8 a.m.? It's on the same jokes for 30 years.
Yeah.
Go. Really, I don't see. Sorry, yeah. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing, right? Here we go. Now let's see. Amelia, you're welcome. Go. Nicole. That's right, baby.
Yeah. Just forgot.
Own. I don't know how you all wear your lovely hair down. This is driving me insane. This is I can't.
Or just wake up and.
Yeah, Chance, your lovely hair. Back in a ponytail. Back in a ponytail. Nancy got a nice big ponytail as well. So Keely, your beautiful hair is down. It's driving me insane. I appreciate it. Yeah, Keely, Jesus. Lots of beautiful hair.
Okay.
I don't know how you do it. Mine's getting on my nose. I play drums too, and everybody's like, you should wear your hair down when you play your drums. You're like, do you want me to die? Sucking all that hair into my. How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you do it, Elena? How do you do it, Hope? What's that?
When you sleep, it's
Oh, dude, I wear it back when I sleep because I'm afraid that I'm gonna choke myself. They tell me I shouldn't. They tell me I shouldn't, but I do.
I braid my hair when I sleep.
What's that?
Yeah, I've heard that too, that you shouldn't have that
Mm-hmm.
or something like.
I think because the idea is it puts pressure on like.
Yeah.
I mean, what's that?
Just tie it loose.
I do, and a lot of times it ends up like next to my pillow when I wake up the next morning. I didn't die, so I guess it's all irrational fear.
Yeah, I don't braid my hair.
Yeah.
At least when I have mom.
My sister braided my hair once. Took her like half an hour, and she's like, "Do you ever brush this?" Brush. She's like, "You know, it's like you have dreadlocks." I'm like, but I'm not Jamaican. Why do I have dreadlocks? She's like, because you don't brush your hair. I'm like, oh, I thought you had to be an islander to have dreadlocks. I didn't realize it was just from not caring for your hair. It really is like, Jesus God, this guy's math degrees. No, I brush my hair now, occasionally. But now that it's gray, it takes on a life of its own. The gray hair. When you all hit gray hair age, it's gonna be awesome. Your hair just starts doing weird stuff. Like I think the actual core of the hair changes. Like my hair's a lot curlier than it used to be. Like when it hits high humidity, it like.
My grays are a lot more coarse than.
Yes, very much so. Like I always have used conditioner when I wash my hair, but when I first shampoo my hair and then rinse it out, it's like straw. It's like straw. Yeah. So I just stopped washing it. Just let the grease, let the grease take over.
I'm like, I got.
yeah, you got the same as I
Yeah, you did.
I did all of this work.
Did I screw up? Did I screw something up, Hope? I can fix it.
I'm still
Yeah.
not
So,
used to
you
it
take
because it's
the
such a
one,
change, so I just kind of like walk by and
So it looks negative.
so I
Looks really good with your skin tone. And then how you took like your angles like to kind of
Okay. Nicole,
and like no, yes.
do not change your answers as you hear your classmates give me their guesses for my height, okay? I want to hear what you think I am height-wise, okay? I'm going to put them into this spreadsheet and then I'm going to share this with you so that you can access it. Nicole, how tall am I? 72 inches, 6 feet even. There we go. 72, okay. Chanel, how tall am I?
You're gonna convert it for me, right?
I am.
Okay. 5'8.5".
5'8" and a half. Can I, do you want to go 5'8" or 5'9"? Nearest inch.
But now it's changed to like.
Your choice. Want to go 5'8"?
Yeah.
5'8", that's going to be 68. 68 inches. All right. Chelsea,
6'1".
6'1", 73 inches. Allie,
I did 71.
71. Love it. Cynthia, 71. We have a mode. We have at least one mode. I love this. Kristen, how tall am I?
68.
68 inches. I love this. 68 inches. Love this. Let's keep going. Ashtone.
I'm stuck between 5 foot and 12 inches or 6 foot.
Guess what? They're both 72.
Oh.
Screw the imperial system. I'll say it again. Screw the imperial system. Hope. 5'11". That's 71.
I put 71 as well.
71. We definitely have 71?
Yeah.
69? Elena? 73? You got a 6-1 again?
2 inches is a good.
I know, I'm good. Josiah? 71? We have a strong mode.
Okay.
Let's keep going, Nance. 72, 6 feet even. Nate?
69.
69, 5'9", right? 5'9". Chance?
70.
70, there's 5'10". I was wondering when we were gonna get a 5'10", because we got a 5'11" and a bunch of 5'9s and some 5'8s. And then Healy? 68. All right. Did I get everybody? Somebody just walked in. Who just walked in? Jade, how tall am I? 71 inches. Okay, so give me a second here, fam. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this spreadsheet into Canvas because I want you to open it up.
Wait, can you tell us how tall you
We're gonna measure, I don't know, I brought a ruler, we're gonna measure me after we get that analyzed. Is that cool? Cool, because I don't know myself. I weighed well, we'll get back to that in a second. I don't know how tall I am, and nobody would help me measure myself last night because they were too busy climbing at the rock gym. So anyway, I'm gonna go into the modules for week 5, and I'm going to add in an external URL. What's today, the 6th, 5th? Okay, here we go. Hopefully you see now a spreadsheet link in Canvas. Let me know when you see it, please.
Yeah. So I
What week is it in? So
5. Let's make sure it's there.
data class.
Data for class 2525.
Yeah.
Let's crack it open. It should open as a copy. That's what I want anyway. Beautiful. And there I am. I'm crying. This is driving me insane. I'm gonna measure my height quick because I'm going nuts up here.
Can you please be Einstein for Halloween?
I basically am. Minus the German accent.
Yeah, because
What do you mean?
It's
B.
a
I
vibe.
took the 3.
What do you mean, be Einstein? Am I not Einstein enough for you now?
Einstein or Doc Brown from Back to the Future. Marty! Great Scott! Okay, you have some homework right now. Find me the average, the mode, and the median of your height guesses. Find me the average and the median, the mode. Allie, what you got?
I can't open it.
You can't open it. Hell. Hey, make a copy. What does it tell you? God damn it! This is the error I was telling you about, girl. I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah, I know.
It's such an annoying one, and every time I ask IT, they don't. Do me a huge favor. Take a screenshot of it, email it to me.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to use my computer, you can.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
But yeah, but take a screenshot. I'm gonna put it like this is the one of many things they keep failing me on. I don't know what causes that error, and Googling the result doesn't help. Is anybody else getting unable to open this file at this time? It's literally, Allie, it's a die roll. It happens to somebody every class, and I don't know how to solve the problem, and I'm sorry, girlfriend. It's probably a Google issue, like your account, but I just don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
I'm guessing it's something like
That's probably, but nobody seems to know what the issue is.
Yeah, that's the median.
Oh, that does feel good though. That does feel good though, Hope, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm pretty sure you said.
It's nice. Okay, do you have an average, median, and mode?
yeah.
Allie, you wanna come do it on mine? Allie's gonna be my computer helper. And if you don't mind, Allie, please. Good lord.
Okay, so you just listed it. So
Yeah, so we're gonna label the mean, median, and mode. That's perfect. I'll put this up for a second, then we'll take it back down when we measure. There we go.
So, we put it out to week 4.
This is why I took it down. I'm like 7'2" with my bun up. I'm taller than Josiah.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
Kidding, of course. Oh, it doesn't like mean, does it? Try it. What happens when you use mean? What does it tell? What does it say, Allie? It doesn't use that word for average. You gotta change it to average.
Oh, I see, okay.
That's interesting. That surprises me that they don't actually have mean and average do the same thing. Yeah. Anyway, average. So y'all guessed 70.5. Should we round it off to the nearest whole number since I made you guess 2, or do you want to use 70.5? Well, like 70.5, we'll allow ourselves 1 decimal. I'm down with that. Median. Oh, what's it? Let's go to 71. I'm gonna guess 71. Yep. God damn it, autofill. No, X that out, Allie. Although I think it is 71, but it's not the median. It's the mode. Yes. Yes. I love this. I love this so much. Allie, do me a huge favor. You are a phenomenal partner. Would you mind clicking up in the 70.588 blah, 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 blah cell? And then this little guy right here, would you click that button a few times to knock the rounding down? Right here, my dear friend. Can you see what I'm pointing at? It's decreased decimal. Go to the right two. Go to the right one. There. Hit that a few times. Every time you do, it takes a decimal away. Get it down to 70.5 if you would be so kind. Or 70.6, I guess it rounds. Actually, you know what? The hell, leave it at 71. You're there. Okay, 70.6. We have to work on our real-time communication. No, I'm kidding, girlfriend.
Sorry.
No, why? Don't you dare. Don't you dare, woman. Okay. On average, you guessed I was 70.6 inches. On median, you guessed I was 70. They're all 71, are they not? Let's see how good you are. I need somebody to help me measure. I need to figure out how tall I am.
Okay.
Thank you, Chelsea. Appreciate you. Always so willing to help. Appreciate that. Pull the hair now. Okay. So, what's the best way to do this? You want to hold the top, bottom? How should we do this? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice and tall.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna put my foot right here.
You just got to do.
That's good.
Okay, what do you say? What do you say?
70 and a half.
What?
Yeah.
So 70.
70 and a half. Oh, yeah, 70 and a half, which is literally what you guessed on average. You guessed 70.6. It's all good. That's why I buy the crafting tools. 70.5. You guessed 70.6. You badasses. You badasses. And you median 71, which is basically that. And you moded 71, which is basically that. So unlike the lollipops, your data here created 3 center measures that are all basically the same. Why? What's the difference between these data and the lollipop data were significant? I mean, granted it was a small data set, but they were all off by 1, whereas these are like basically the same number.
We're all trying to find the same thing.
Say that again.
We're all trying to find the same thing for all the different numbers.
Oh, I would argue, maybe incorrectly, that you were also doing that with lollipops. But maybe you were more vested in this one. With the lollipops, I gave you the numbers. Here, you're coming up with your own numbers. Maybe that's what we're, yeah. Any other reasons? Chelsea?
I think it's all of our numbers were a lot closer together.
Ooh, it's a lot more, yeah, what's our smallest number? Another fun command if you want it. The min of a data set was 68. No! What was my max? Max was, yeah, you're within 5 inches of all the guesses. That's kind of cool. But still, that's a bit of variance, is it not? 5 inches, that's almost half a foot difference. That's actually, the more I think about it, that's actually not that close. Being off by half a foot? People. Now granted, I also have shitty posture sometimes, huh? When you're learning math, actually, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something earlier.
That we're measuring your height and not like.
Exactly. Like I've actually given you something to like you're vested in it. You're trying to get a data value as opposed to here, Josiah. Here's 9 lollipops.
We're all trying to
Yeah. Instead of like raw number of and actually this hit upon something we talk about in stats quite a bit. Measurements versus counting. Measurements are usually harder to do. They require specialized equipment. For example, not that this is really specialized, but to know how tall I actually am, we needed one of these. Lollipops, you just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just, as long as you can count on your fingers, you can count that data. Okay. I want everybody, do me a favor. We're going to take a look at this data. You did all these wonderful, this is great. And this is really the big part of what I wanted to kind of really hit at today. But let's take a look at the data too. What do you think? What you just had a thought, girl.
No.
You did. Are you sure?
Yes,
She totally did, Nicole. I know that look. What were you thinking?
I'm listening.
Okay. You're not gonna nibble. Everybody, what we're gonna do is something that we did back in Math 98 quite a bit. We're gonna make a graph of this data. We're gonna make a chart. Holy shit. Wow. Cindy Lou Who, baby. Cindy. Thing 1, thing 2. Let's make a chart. Now, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try it and make sure it works before I have you do it. I think it will, but I'm not 100% sure because sometimes Sheets doesn't like this. I'm going to click this and then I'm gonna go insert chart. Okay, that actually worked. Okay, it did work. So what you can do is you can click the column, select all the data, and everything else in there besides the data. And then insert a chart and let me know what chart it gives you. This is literally the one I wanted to do.
Give me that.
And I'm glad that it read my mind in some ways and picked the one I wanted. Everybody get a histogram? Give me a thumbs up if you got the same graph I did. Give me a thumbs down if it gave you something, if it didn't give you anything, like if it gave you a blank rectangle. Give me a thumb sideways if it gave you a different chart besides this. Okay, thumbs up if we got a histogram. We got a thumb sideways. What'd you get, Nicole?
I got a line chart.
You got a line chart. Okay, can you change it to a histogram by going into the setup menu? Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you for telling me this. What you should be, I'll put my shoes back before I bust my ass. Hang on. Just see myself busting my ass. I don't want to. We got pre-nursing in here, though. I always feel safe in 105. 2/3 of you are pre-nurses. I figured at least one of you probably knows how to
You're
bandage.
like, you don't have to help.
You bandage a split head, for God's sake. And let's face it, if I follow my head, my hair's going to absorb the shock. Set up over here, Nicole. Are you able to get a histogram from there?
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome. Did anybody else get any kind of a different chart besides a histogram? Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Alright.
Look at that. These are our guesses, fam. These are our guesses. This is the number of guesses we had between 65 and 67, otherwise known as none. Here's the guesses between 67 and 69. Looks like we had 3 guesses in that range. Between 69 and 71, we had 3 more guesses in that range. Between 71 and 73, we had most of our guesses in that range. And then here, looks like we had 2 guesses in the 73 to 75 range. Now I think, work with me here, I think we can actually change those numbers. Can we change this? We can. We can go in there and we can change the min and max. What if I change the min to 67 and the max to 74? I'm just goofing around, I'm having a little bit of fun. Oh. I just changed the endpoints. I changed them to kind of make them match our guesses a little bit. A little bit. I mean, our smallest guess was actually 68, and our largest guess was 73, so I gave it a little bit of wiggle room. So I just went in, here's what I did, in case that was a little quick, and I apologize. I just double-clicked on the axis down here, and then hopefully when you do that, it opens up this menu over here that gives you a min and a max, and it lets you goof with it a little bit. Give me a thumbs up if that's working for you. And I encourage you, mess around with those numbers. I'm going to keep messing around a little bit. I'm going to mess around too. I'm going to change that 67 to a 68. And 74 to a 73, because that's literally our data. Ooh, look how different that graph looks. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm going to go back to, I like the 67 to the 74. It's amazing. Now, granted, it's a pretty small data set, too. We only have like 20 data points today, so it's a little bit suspect. But you know what? Even the graph it gave me originally looked similar to this, did it not?
Yeah.
Can you describe what this graph looks like shape-wise to you? What kind of words would you use to describe it? Is anybody pissed off about these numbers being 0.4 and 0.8? Does that upset anybody? Good. I'm glad it doesn't, though. Oh, sweet Jesus, Chelsea, what are you doing? You gotta dial it back a little bit, girl. Save some for the rest of us. No, go ahead, do it again, do it again, do it again. So what Chelsea is, she's playing YMCA over here. We're doing the YMCA. No, I know what you're guessing. You're doing B-E-L-L. No, you're talking about the fact that we've got some data points low and some data points high, but where is like the majority of the data? Kind of in the center. Now, what center are we talking about? And here's one of the cases where it doesn't matter which center, because the most frequently occurring point is at the center. The halfway point is at the center. And the mean, the average. Here's a way to think about the average. Put this in the back of your head for now. The way to pull an average off a graph is, imagine this was a tray of cookies, stacked. So this is a tray, and these are stacks of cookies. Where would you have to put your hand to balance that tray? Basically right about here. That's a really good way of visualizing where an average is on a graph. Now granted, you calculated it's behind the graph, and you calculated the average, right? Perfect, loved it. But if you're ever given a graph like this, that's a good way to approximate where the average is. Is that fair? Okay. Okay. Good. Questions, comments, concerns? So remember the question I asked you at Lollipops? I said, which measure of center should we use, mean, median, or mode? And Chelsea said, it depends. Here's a case where pick whatever one you want. They're all saying the same thing. Yeah, and really the reason that's happening is because the data is fairly symmetric. It's fairly symmetric. So when your data is fairly symmetric, use whatever one you want. Okay, now I had a theory about a data set that maybe won't be symmetric. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. To the nearest 5 pounds,
Oh, jeez.
how much do I weigh? To the nearest, I told my colleagues I was going to do this, and I said they should all do it too. They said, to hell with you. I'm like, you gotta check your ego at the door. To the nearest 5 pounds,
Can we all?
how much do I weigh? I know, didn't I? To the nearest 5 pounds, how much? What are we gonna do?
Oh my God, it's like.
Can I get on sure? No, sure if you want. Can you actually, could you weigh me that way?
I don't.
Need a Sean back.
An estimate.
To the nearest 5 pounds.
And what?
Oh, do me a favor too. Shut down that Google sheet. I'm gonna re-update it with a new Google sheet. Is that fair? Shit, I'm just realizing something. No, go ahead and close it. It's okay. I'm just realizing something. I probably, you know what I'm gonna do? When we're done, I will upload the entire Google sheet with all the work that we've done in it. I just realized if you close it and reopen it with the new data, you're gonna lose all the work you just did, which is okay, because I'll have it in mind. So we're gonna be okay. Okay. Okay, get your guesses, get your guesses ready.
Did you say how tall you were though? Can you?
We just measured. I'm 71 inches. Oh, you're using science? Are you using like a best fit line to figure out where I should be?
We're just.
Using BMI?
No.
Take another damn room.
I just like
I don't remember.
That's okay. I don't want you to remember. I want you to guess.
He did tell us in '98 with the.
It was that one. It was that damn ski problem. I remember that now.
yeah, but it also looks like he lost a lot of
It does. It
Right.
compared to last term,
Yeah.
I'm like 10 pounds.
Wait,
All right, let's hear them. Oh, you're not ready? What are you doing back there?
Just put mine down.
You know, like Fourier analysis? Get you to guess. I have no ego. You can say anything you want. A big chunk of snow just fell off the roof. That was fun to watch. Okay.
To the nearest 5.
Let's go to the nearest 5 pounds, like, 100, 105, 200, 205, that kind of stuff. Is that cool?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Keely, how much do I weigh? Nearest 5 pounds. 165. Chance, how much do I weigh? Nearest 5 pounds.
160.
160. Nate.
155.
155. Nancy. What was that one? 155. Josiah.
185.
185. Jade.
175.
175.
160.
Elaine is 160.
175.
Amelia says 175. Kate.
170.
170.
180.
Hope says 180. Love this.
I'm gonna say 135 because I know you work out.
Whoa. God, I could not ask
You
for
read
better.
your-
This is exactly what I was hoping was going to happen. Literally, I was hoping this was going to happen. I was hoping. And running my mouth doesn't really count as working out, though.
Like huge.
Oh, we're going to talk about maybe.
Your tummy, it doesn't look like.
What about my tummy? What about my tummy? Ashley, what about my tummy? I literally have no ego.
You're
Zero.
like in good shape.
I literally have zero ego. Kristen, how much do I weigh? 145. Love this. Cynthia.
170.
170. Allie.
175.
175.
168.
Chelsea says, can I call it 170 nearest 5 pounds? Is that okay? I didn't want to torch you all and go down to the nearest pound. I thought that was a little crazy. Because I can lose, we can lose and gain 5 pounds a day in water and stuff like that, and food. Chanel.
160.
160. And Nicole?
160.
160. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reshare this screen. I'm gonna copy the link. Give me 1 second I'm gonna delete the old one in Canvas and put this new one in. I have no way of doing this more efficiently that I can think of. Anybody can think of a better way to update a spreadsheet on the fly, let me know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave student view. Give me 1 second, give me 1 sec. Let me update it again. Data for class, we're gonna edit it. Okay, paste it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, my badass friends, it should be in there waiting for you now with the new data in it. So you can go over to weight guesses, that should be there now. Allie, if you want to do the honors again, my friend, you did great work last time. I wonder if I can just update the sheet in my Google Drive and the same link would work. Never thought about that before.
Data for class.
Oh,
He
it's the
just,
same
yeah,
one.
he just.
Yeah, I just upload because I added more data in, so the height guess is still gonna be the same, Hope. Just go over. Sorry, I didn't make this very clear. Make sure you go to the weight guesses tab. Next tab over. You see that over there?
Yeah. Oh, there's
Allie is all over this. So on average, you guessed that I was 164.4. On median, you guessed that I was.
Oops.
That's crazy.
It's okay, girl. Oh, I see. Yep. It thinks it's text if you don't do that. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
There you go, girl. You're doing. What are you? Oh my gosh, you're doing great up there.
I'm like seizing.
Oh look, your median and your mean are about the same. 165. Love that. How about the mode? Do we have a mode?
Yeah, it's 160.
160. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Allie, you're doing great, girl.
Can we just do this to 1 decimal too, Shannon? Or 2?
I don't think. Here's where my science brain is kicking in. I'm like, I don't think we should use decimals at all because I actually go to the nearest 5 pounds. So honestly, I would call that average 165. But Allie, you did great.
You want me to do the
Oh, Allie read my mind. Because now we've got a slight discrepancy between the mode and the median and the average, right? The average and the median are the same, but the mode is quite unique. Yes, it's 5 pounds different, which I mean might or might not be meaning, might or might not. Oh, thank you for doing that, Allie. That was awesome. So whereas your height guesses, all the stats were the same. Here we've got a little bit of a discrepancy with the mode and the median and the mean. And why is that, do you think? Why do you think there's a bit of a discrepancy? This is a loaded question. Nobody really knows the answer to this, I don't think.
The range of numbers is wider.
Yeah, I think there's a lot less consistency in the range of numbers of your weight guesses for me. Let's just take a quick look.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, right? Because the min here,
I think we almost have like a 60-pound difference between
yep,
the lowest and
the lowest guess was a 135. The largest guess was 185. There's a 50-pound weight difference between the lowest and highest guess, which is exactly what this is what I was hoping was going to happen. Literally what I was hoping was going to happen, because a height, a little bit easier to calculate, because it's really, a height is a one-dimensional measurement. You're looking at my feet, you're looking at my head, and you're imagining a ruler. That's one-dimensional. Weight is a three-dimensional measurement. And honestly, it's actually more than that. It's also body composition. So Ashton, it was interesting that you mentioned, because I do take care of myself, you think I'm lighter. In actuality, I don't lift weights. I do body weight workouts, so I don't like pump iron or anything like that. But people that are weightlifters very often have unhealthy BMIs. Because they're so dense. They're full of muscle, and muscle is denser than fat, which makes them heavier for their height than a normal person. Please realize I'm using quotes because I hate BMI as a measure.
BMI is garbage.
BMI is absolute garbage! Literally absolute garbage, but it's still used. It's still used by the National Institute of Health by talking about people's health.
We should listen to Ricky go on about it.
Oh, dude, I love that boy. He hired me. You can blame him. That son of a bitch hired me. Poor
Blame
Ricky.
him.
Ricky Fern, love him. But yeah, so anyway, it's much harder to guesstimate my weight than my height. Let's make a histogram. I want to see what your guesses look like. Has anybody already done it yet?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Let's look at I want to see what your weight guesses look like. Insert chart. See, it picks the wrong kind of chart. This chart is BS. This is worse than BMI. You see what you're looking at Can anybody tell what this chart is? What you're looking at right now? Can anybody get this besides me? Anybody get this besides me? Yeah. You know what you're looking at right now? This is useless. This is each of you and what you guessed. Literally the worst way to look at this data. Why did it pick this? I don't know. Let's fix it. Let's make it a histogram. There, right next to it. Yeah! Look at that. 130, 142, 142, 154, 154. Looks like it's going up by 12. 12, 12. I'm going to mess with it a little bit. I'm going to use 10 instead of 12. That's okay. If I can figure out how to do that. I don't have much choice over here. What if I go from our lowest guess to our highest guess? Uh-huh. Chelsea, where's your bell from last time? It's still kind of there, isn't it? It's still kind of there, but Amelia's shaking her head like, nah, it's not as nice as the last one. The last one was a much nicer bell. And there's a very good reason why, well, I don't know why you guessed the way you guessed. I can't answer that question, why you guessed the way you guessed. But what this tells us is a larger chunk of you guessed on the high side than the low side. It's not as symmetric as that last bit was it?
Right.
Not quite as symmetric. Oh, I did weigh myself last night as I was building this little lab. Sorry, you can see a picture of my toes.
Okay.
170. A bunch of you said I was 170. I'm basically a 170.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry about my feet, my climber's toes. Ugh. Let's take that picture away. Take that picture away right now. Okay. Let's take that face off. Look at my toes. They're awful. I actually have 9 toenails right now because one fell off. It's funny. Cynthia's like, why does he tell us this? Why does he feel the need to share this information with me? Why didn't I drop this class in D2 when I took my money back? Okay, I got one more data set for us. One more data set for us.